Hello, readers of Every Word, and welcome to Every Word 365. I'm your host, Christina Madsen, and today we are reading through Luke 3 through 6. What steps of preparation do you take before making a major decision in your life? Notice what Jesus did the night before he selected the 12 disciples. One day, soon afterward, Jesus went up on a mountain to pray, and he prayed to God all night. And that's from today's insight in our Bible. Wow. Can any of us say we honestly have ever prayed all night long? I know I haven't. What a great lesson for all of us to at least pray more if all night seems a little impossible. But remember, Matthew 19:26 told us, with man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. There are so many good nuggets in Luke that I can't even begin to list them all. But for some reason, the one that really jumped out to me this time was this. This is Luke 6:37 through 38. Do not judge others, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn others, or it will all come back against you. Forgive others, and you will be forgiven. Give, and you will receive. Your gift will return to you in full, pressed down, shaken together to make room for more, running over and poured into your lap. The amount you give will determine the amount you get back. Oh, that we all lived that way on this earth. Maybe this world would be a little different than it is today. Have you ever thought about that? More insight on today's reading if you're interested. There are a lot of links here that I'm sharing from gotquestions.org, a great resource that we use a lot here. So I wanted to share a little bit of some of the ones that I'm sharing. Although his name implies that he baptized people, John the Baptist, of course, which he did, John's life on earth was more than just baptizing. John's adult life was characterized by devotion and surrender to Jesus Christ and his kingdom. John's voice was a lone voice in the wilderness, that's in John 1:23, as he proclaimed the coming of the Messiah to a people who desperately needed a Savior. He was the precursor for the modern-day evangelist as he unashamedly shared the good news of Jesus Christ. He was a man filled with faith and a role model to those of us who wish to share our faith with others. And again, that's from gotquestions.org on the life of John the Baptist. There's more, of course, in the link that I'll be sharing. Other links that I want to share about is, why would Jesus need to be baptized? This is actually a common question, and there's a great description of why in gotquestions.org. Another one that I'm sharing is called, What was the meaning and purpose of Jesus's temptations? Now remember, being tempted is not a sin, for Jesus was tempted. But it talks a little bit more about that and gets a little more in depth. And we've already talked about this a little bit in our New Testament reading, but how is Jesus our Sabbath rest? I'm connecting a link to this again from gotquestions.org to really help us understand it. And then, of course, the Beatitudes. The Beatitudes could be studied so much and so deeply, and we're just going to read through it quickly here. So I'm attaching a gotquestions.org link to more on the Beatitudes. I feel like you could do a year-long study on all of those topics. So again, this is a 10,000-foot view. Try not to get too bogged down. I want you to understand it, but of course it depends on how much time you have to really dig outside of doing your daily readings. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps. Tomorrow is Luke 7 through 9. Happy reading.